to tell people not to watch a movie or avoid watching a movie or give a less than favorable. I am noticing that with this Sound of Freedom movie that I still haven't actually sat down and given a proper review of because you are not allowed to. I am Mecca. Please, please, please.
The following video is brought to you through the generous support of viewers like you. If you like this content, then please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. And for those who are in the position to donate, this channel thanks you. And so does this orange cat.
Every time I open my mouth to say that sometimes things that are designed to bring awareness to something that everybody's already aware of are not actually designed to do anything other than make you feel bad. To do that little thing where what do? They break you emotionally, make you cry, and then they can shame you and everybody around you into not liking or into not liking you, into not listening to you, into not whatever. I'm trying to be a little too vague to avoid specifics here on purpose, but there's a movie out there that is unreviewable. You are not allowed to review this movie in any way that doesn't say you have to watch it and encourage other people to watch it to bring awareness to trafficking, which we already know exists. There's not a single person on this planet that isn't aware of this. A movie that has no real value other than to bring people down, make them cry, and force people into shaming and scapegoating anybody who does not give this good review. Everybody I saw a really popular YouTuber, I'm not going to say who. Somebody was really mad at them because they're like, oh, of course they gave this a positive review. And as a popular YouTuber, I guess that the conservative side of the spectrum tends to like more, right? And they're like, of course this person gave it a positive review. And of course people say, oh, of course you gave it. I don't think I've even reviewed it yet. I think I've gotten just 2 reactions of the marketing and the not even the merchandising, the marketing and the message and the tactics to get a positive review and to sell tickets in this film. I don't think you can review this movie. I don't think there's any reason to have this film as a piece of art, as a discussion thing. I don't think you can review this movie. It is not a movie that, like I said, this is not a movie that is designed to be a piece of entertainment. Therefore, I have no choice but to tell you how it's marketed. Talk about, because it's not even a genre movie that I would normally talk about, right? It's not Star Trek, it's not Star Wars, it's not something that I can go in and give you an entertaining, perspective, because that's my job, is to give people kind of an entertaining perspective, to come out with the low-cut top and a jiggle and talk about the hockey boys with the shirts off. That's kind of my job here, right? That's my job, is to kind of say how I want to ride on them, because they're all called horses. They're stallions, aren't they? That's their team name, the stallions? Horsies, they're the horsies. Anyway, and that's what you do with the horsey. You get the riding crop. Where's my riding crop? It's over there. And you ride a horsey. And you screw the light bulb and you pet the goat. That's what you do also. So for people to be mad that I do not want to even review this movie, because I've tried to review it, and every time I try and review it, it comes out one of these. It comes out as one of these. It comes out as me thinking about hockey.
Because at year 1, I was pretty great.
Because my job is not to sit here and tell people, the true story, Dr. Phil, this. Like, I'll react to the ghost pronoun people, right? I'll react to the ghost pronoun people, but I don't really do the true crime here. That's more of a true crime thing, right? So for me to even try and review it for anything other than here's its target demographic, here's its audience base, the God's Not Dead crowd are gonna love this movie. They're gonna love this movie because it's right up their alley, isn't it? It's exactly like the Eternals. It's exactly like, you know, that craft one where they put a spell on the boy to make him woke? It's exactly like that, only with that sort of crime problem, with that sort of true crime problem that everybody knows exists already, that they're just trying to bring to I don't know, because from my point of view, I'm like, wait a minute, we already know about it, everybody knows this exists. Are you just trying to intimidate me for a positive review? Oh, the nerve! I gotta get my riding crop for that one. Oh, the nerve! I'm in short shorts, booty shorts today. I'm the girl who comes out in booty shorts with the low cut top and the riding crop. So I'm not allowed to review the movie anyway. That's the thing, and that's the point. I said anybody who does review this movie in any way that does not say, go watch this movie, it's the best movie ever. Go watch this movie, you need to see this movie. Why aren't you talking about this movie? Drop everything and tweeting about this movie. That's what they want. So anybody who doesn't give that review is, in their mind, they have to, like, the audience for this movie has to come into your comment section and call you every name under the sun. They lie and say you didn't watch it. They lie and say you gave other movies bad reviews that you never watched or gave reviews to. They lie and defame your character by calling you compliant, turning a blind eye, and this is one of those things. They call you every name under the sun. They say, oh, why don't you review Schindler's List? What superheroes in that one? Pray tell. What spaceship does Schindler fly around? Because that's not a movie with fictional characters that are designed to tell stories. As see, I guess that's what they don't understand, right? I am not reviewing a movie that is based on a true story movie about a guy. First off, when do we start? First off, okay, this guy, the guy who stars in this, worked for Homeland Security. He's one of these guys who make you take your shoes off at the airport. Strike one, right? You're one of these guys who makes you take your shoes off at the airport, and I'm supposed to, all right, so I'm not on your side in the first place. Second place, I saw that this guy left his wife with 7 kids at home by herself. Strike two, to go out there and look for with underage people. So now there's a market for it. Now they know there's rich American tourists who are willing to buy it. So they're probably out there snagging more people, making a bad point for this movie in the first place, causing to the actual problem to leave his wife home alone with his 7 kids in a true story. So I'm judging the true story of the events that are true in the movie that is based on the true story. So I'm not reviewing a movie. I am reacting to the things that I know in this film. This guy left his wife home alone with 7 kids while he went to save somebody's kid from a casting couch. The kid that he saves, right? Her dad said, left her alone on a casting couch. They say, no stage fathers. Oh, no stage father. And he's like, oh, okay. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. No! Strike three. 2 minutes into this movie, you lost me as a even something I could even review as a thing, because I've already 20 years ago, when I used to watch this stuff in my free time, that has nothing to do with my channel, by the way, figured out that a lot of the stuff, and if the message of whatever movie this is that everything could be prevented if fathers don't drop their kids off in casting couches, I agree. You got me. I know. I agree. Please don't leave your kids unattended. But then again, my job is to, do this and tell you why Star Trek's bad. And to yell at why Captain Kirk doesn't know that Toronto Eaton Centre is in Canada. It's not in Vancouver. Oh, they got me mad. I'm confusing my Canadians. Anyway, so the point is, my job is not to sit here and recommend a true crime thing. My job is to kind of sit here and jiggle and say that Star Trek is ridiculous now, and Captain Kirk doesn't know that the Toronto Eaton Centre is in Toronto, Canada. Canada, that's how I was supposed to say that line. If I were scripted completely and not 100% improv, huh? That's how the line read was supposed to go. But no, like, this is an unreviewable movie. You can't review it. You're not allowed to give it a negative review, or else you're slandered, defamed, called a G-worder. Oh, called, the people who brush the hairs of the dogs. Not those, but the worst kind, the bad kind. They call you that. They call you every name under the sun. Just look at the comment section. You guys have never seen those people before in that. So that's the unreviewable movie that you're not allowed to review. And this is still not a review of it. I will not review it. I will not recommend anybody seeing it because we already know it exists. Why blind the pocket of some guy who's already getting 3 tickets? That's the other thing. Strike 4. They're telling people to pay it forward by buying 3 tickets each, or more than you will watch, right? The people are showing up to completely sold out movie theaters, quote unquote, to a bunch of empty seats, just like Captain Marvel. And I called it out when Captain Marvel did it, and I'm calling it out when whatever these documentary, whatever self-insert Jesus fictions are. I am Mecca, and I don't know who the crap these people think I am, but I'm not going to be intimidated by a bunch of people who are trying to call me names on the internet.